start off with tonight's games. First, we have Johannesburg-Lewiston hosting Oscoda in a game that was quite rainy. I'm sure a lot of the games were filled with rain tonight. The Cardinal fans, they were loud to see their team, and they were very excited for the action despite all the rain conditions. Starting things off in the first quarter, Logan May is going to take the handoff in the red zone, and he grabs the opening touchdown for Joburg in the game. Next up, we're going to move to the Owls. Anthony Ward, he's going to take the ball himself as the QP takes the option. He's going to just go right for the goal line. He fights for it, and he just makes it past the line. He gets the touchdown for Oscoda. Score is now 8-6 Cardinals. Back to the Cards, and Logan May finds a small hole in the blocking, and as soon as he finds it, he pounces on it and makes his way all the way to the end zone for another Joburg touchdown as their lead now increases. Next up, Christopher Thompson is going to take the handoff, and with a Cardinal on his back, he falls into the end zone. The Owls would really make this one back and forth as they grab that touchdown. Now, how about some special team highlights? The Oscoda Owls get the punt block, and Christopher Thompson, once again, he dives for the ball, makes the play, and recovers it for Oscoda. Great effort right there from the Owls. Next up, Oscoda running the jet sweep, and it's going to be Damon Burrows running to the outside line. He makes it for the touchdown, virtually untouched, and the Owls have the lead for the first time in this one. After that, Owls just kept on scoring. Now, check out this trickery. The pass is then lobbed over to Carson Gooch after that. He's got room to make it all the way, and he does. What a play by the Owls to get the touchdown right before halftime. At the end of this one, the Owls would win convincingly. Here's a 60-plus yard jet sweep from Damon Burrows to close out this one. Final score in this one has Oscoda grabbing the win 60-22. Oscoda takes on Houghton Lake next week, while Joburg is going to take on Coleman. Now let's take a look at some of the other 11-man scores from around the area. We'll stick with the theme of blowouts with this one. First up, the Alpena Tigers shut out Whittemore Prescott, defeating the Cardinals 64-0. Tawas area was also in action as they faced off against Grayling, but their game would be a rough one. They fall to Grayling with a final score of 6-52. Welcome back to the fifth down. Now we move on to the Alpena Wildcats, who held their homecoming game against Traverse City Central. Fans gathered at Wildcat Stadium to see if Alpena could follow up their first win of the season with another one at homecoming. The Trojans get moving right away in the first quarter. Josh Klug keeping himself on this play and taking it all the way, throwing through the end zone and getting Traverse City Central the 7-0 lead. They wanted more on their next possession, though. On their next possession, they hand it off to Reed Seabase, and no one is stopping him on this 87-yard run straight to the end zone, putting Cheesy Central up by 14. The Wildcats just had no way to get to him. The speed was just too much. In the second quarter, Klug is going to get the ball, and he's going to hit Dante Williams for a 49-yard touchdown as he breaks free of coverage right here, making it into the end zone. Alpena, they really just had one touchdown on the night today, and it came on this play from Caden Bucknick as he takes the toss, and he's going to run it into the end zone. But in the end, Traverse City Central was just too much for the Wildcats, losing 56-7. Alpena will be back in action next week as they face Escanaba. All right, moving on to some 8-man football. We have Posen at home as they hosted the Tigers of Hillman. This one would be a tight one, so let's just get right into it. Both of these teams would look to grab a win despite the weather making this game rough to play in. The conditions were really rough in this one. We're going to start things off in the second half. Hillman with the ball. This pass is going to float into the air and be easy pickings for the Vikings. Josh Gardner grabs the interception, fights for some more yards before being brought down. Great work on defense by Posen. Next up, the ball is going to be handed off multiple times on this play from Posen. One, then another one, and Cole Grangenick is going to end up with it as he tries to complete this fourth down conversion, but no luck there. Trickery not working as Hillman holds them for the turnover on downs. Jack Rommel now with the ball for Posen. He throws it downfield for Cole again, and he gets the first down this time on this great pass completion. Now in the red zone, Ethan Rommel is going to take the handoff, and he breaks free and grabs the touchdown for the Vikings late in this one. Now we're going to have Posen once again trying for another big pass play, but as they go to drop back and they're going to throw this one, it's going to be picked off by Hillman, and not just that, it's a pick six as he goes all the way for this one, and that pretty much put an end to this one as the Tigers grab the win on the road, defeating the Vikings 34-14. Hillman will take on Whittemore Prescott next, and Posen will travel to face Hale next week. Keeping things in 8-man football, we had Atlanta dominating Forest area 54-0 in another blowout. And also, we had Onaway as they took on Central Lake. That one was a little bit more close, and they won 20-6.